Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor.
Eksenme de hoş geldin.
Successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects lived in peace and prosperity. When the emperor died, the whole empire mourned. More than 7,000 people accompanied him on his last procession. The heir to the throne of the flourishing empire was Charles's son, Wenceslas IV, whose father had prepared him for this moment all his life. But Wenceslas did not take after his father. He neglected affairs of state for more frivolous pursuits. He even failed to turn up for his own coronation as emperor, which did little to endear him to the Pope. Wenceslas the Idle did not impress the imperial nobility either. His difficulties mounted until the nobles, exasperated by the inaction of their ruler, turned for help to his half-brother, King Sigismund of Hungary. Sigismund decided on a radical solution. He kidnapped the king to force him to abdicate, then took advantage of the ensuing disorder to gain greater power for himself. He invaded Bohemia with a massive army and began pillaging the territories of the king's allies. It is here that my story begins.
Biraz oynamış. Ha, baştan baş. Geldin. Ne yapıyorsun? Bunu bitireceğim. Sonra ikincisine başlayacağım. Beşinci. Roma İmparatorluğu. Tam bir karmaşa. Kaçıncı Charles'ın yönetimi. Riayet durum. Hanımefendi. Ben durumda bir çok. Kardeşim istedim. Kızdırmıştı ve bir bekleyin de okuyalım. Ses deneme 1 2 3. İsteği.
God bless. Same to you. Today's a scorcher.
Burası köyümüz.
Well, husband, how goes it?
Good. I should get it finished today. Where on earth is Henry? I need him to run some errands.
He was still sleeping when I went out.
At this hour? Blue-blooded idler.
Well, it looks like he was out all evening, drinking like a lord.
Go and get the lazy bones up then. Quick clout round the ear should do it.
Mm-hmm. Henry! Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother.
Biz
Get up or I'll come get you up, you slugabed.
Hear that? You'd better not vex him. Now get up quick. Your breakfast is on the table. Wait, what's this? Have you been... Oh, Henry. How many times have I told you about fighting?
Oh, it's nothing. It's just a scratch.
You've been at that sword play again, haven't you? You'd better pray your father doesn't get to hear of it. You know how he feels about it.
Oh, don't worry, it wasn't that. I just scratched myself is all.
Well, just don't come crying to me if you really do get hurt. Now get up, you rogue. A fine state you're in this morning. What on earth did you get up to last night?
I was
Hello,
sweating
mate.
in the forge all day yesterday, and then I was helping Fritz and Matthew with some errands. So I'd say I have a right to be a bit tired.
Well, I've got a feeling there's something you're not telling me. And it's connected with that scratch on your hand. And that suspicious-looking character with a sword who turned up in town recently.
I was
Look
with
at them.
Bianca. Do you want a blow-by-blow account of everything we did? What's this, an interrogation?
All right. Sorry, son. It's just that I worry about
Ne
you.
öyle işte.
Thanks, Ma, but I'm not 4 years old.
I know, Hal. You've grown up in front of my eyes. It's hard to get used to it.
Do you need me to
İhtiyacın
do
var mı
anything,
ana?
Ah, you're a good lad. But I'm fine. It's your father needs helping with that sword.
Is Father angry with me for sleeping late?
He's not happy. Yesterday you promised him you'd help finish that sword for Sir Radzig. He's not as young as he was. And you know how his joints pain him. He's too proud to complain, but he needs your help, Henry.
I know. Don't worry, Ma. Of course I'll help him.
Good. He always says his knees ache when there's a storm coming. I hope they're wrong this time. It's looking like such a nice day.
Can I get something
Karnımız
to
aç
eat?
diyelim.
I left some breakfast on the table. Help yourself.
Arkadaş.
Did Matthew and Fritz come?
No, I haven't seen them this morning. They shouldn't be hard to find. They'll be hanging around a tavern somewhere, as usual.
Oh,
Bak,
not this
anlatma.
again. Leave it lie, Mother.
Da fakiriz lan, her yerde el var sadece. Al. Atarız. Bağdır. Selamünaleyküm peder. Ne yapıyorsun?
At least you're up, that's a start. Anyway, we've a lot of work to do today. I'm finishing the sword for Sir Radzik, and I need your help.
With what?
I'm running out of charcoal. Run to the market and buy a bag from the charcoal
Hangi
burner.
parayla?
I'll need some money then.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Kunesh still owes me for an axe, a hammer, and the nails I sold him a month ago. Not to mention his debt from before. Go and tell him to pay up, at least for the axe and hammer, and then use the money to buy the charcoal.
Kunesh, that drunkard. That'll be fun.
Well, you're a big lad now. I'm sure you can manage. If not, tell him that next time I'll come myself and personally use that hammer to bang those nails into his arse.
Sure I'll be happy to hear it. Is that all?
Not quite. The Chamberlain at the castle has the crossguard for Sir Radzik's sword, which I had engraved in Sasau.
You want me to go and pick it up? All right.
I'll
Money,
check.
charcoal, crossguard.
And ale. Stop off at the tavern on your way home. I know you'll be going there anyway to see that girl of yours. But make sure the ale's still cool
Hallederiz.
from the cellar when you get back.
Her name is Bianca.
Right, so make sure Bianca draws me a nice cool one. Run along now, work won't wait.
Kalkın. Gel. Vallahi. Bence daha net olmuş. Gidelim. Alçım alalım. Selamünaleyküm nöbetçi abi.
I'll be with you.
Tanıştık.
I'm with you, Henry.
Allah
How are
abi.
you?
Ey Allah
Father
aşkına.
sent me. We're forging a sword for Sir Radzik, and the Chamberlain has the crossguard and pommel. Father had them engraved in Sasau.
Right. They're here. The Chamberlain gave them to us for you. We looked them over. Beautiful work. I've never seen anything so fine.
I can't wait to see the sword. Just make sure you don't botch it.
When did I ever botch anything?
Ayıp ya.
Where shall I start?
Bak
Shut
küçük.
up and give me what I want, or I'll kick your ass this evening.
Right away, your lordship.
Magnificent. Shame I can't keep the sword for myself. Well, I better go if we're to get the job done by this evening.
Godspeed. See you later in the tavern.
You certainly will. After today's work, the ale might even be on me.
Resmen. Balçağı aldık. Takdim. Yes.
God save Henry.
Sağ ol. Bera'nın karısı.
Indeed I am, or I'll have nothing to smelt the ore with, and the king won't get his silver.
Which king do you mean, Master Tobias? The one sitting...
God be with you, Henry.
Ay ne?
These are strange.
Ve en sonu. Be. Para almadan biri alamayız. Hocam, neydi senin adın bakayım? Güneş. Ne yapıyorsun lan? Yaprağım.
What do you want?
Babama borcum var. Lan dur amına.
God be with you, Kunesh.
Sen
What do you
kutsasın.
want?
İstiyorsun. Babama borcum
My
varmış.
father
Onu
sent me
alayım.
to get the coin you owe him for the axe, hammer and nails.
I've got nothing. Clear off.
Neye bak? Parayı ödemezsen seni var ya.
Father says if you don't pay up, he'll come here himself and hammer those nails into your hairy ass.
Aynen öyle.
I'd like to see him try. Fuck off, you bastard, or your old man will be pulling those nails out of you.
Göt. Ben efendim şu ikna gücünü kullanan insanları konuşmuyor. İtibarını tarafına itir. Orta çağlarda sosyal konumlar epey baskındı. Bu sebeple kılık kıyafetini ve itibarın durumu insanlar sana nasıl cevap verecekleri bunda önemli rol oynamaktadır. Eğer tehlikeli bir görünüşün var da insanlar seninle ters düşecek ve sana daha tehlikeli işler vermeye meyledecek. Bu genellikle senin kuvvetinden ve silahların ile teçhizatının yıldırıcı özellikleri kendiği gibi ayrıca kıyafetlerin falan filan. Tamam, para da işe yarıyor. Özel durumlarda en öteki de deneyebilirsin. Okey. Borcunu öde ay yaş.
It sounded like you just told me to clear off. But you wouldn't be stupid enough to think you can steal, not pay your
O kadar
debts and
aptal
then try to
olamaz.
scare me. Would you?
You son of a whore. How
Ne?
dare you speak to me like that? Didn't your thieving father teach you any manners?
Gel
No?
gel senin
Well, I'll
ağzını
teach you then.
gel.
Been a pleasure.
Tam hook vurma, jab. Deme. Blok Q. Okay. Dayanıklı. Sağlığımız orada. Rakibin canı göster. Gel bakayım seninle bir combat deneyelim. Aa ite bak. Aç oğlum. Dövüyor ya. Lan oğlum. Sikerim ben ona. Dolit. Gel lan buraya.
Quarter of a fix.
Bir vuruş yapsam.
Now.
Ne koydum? Q. Oğlum kaçamıyorum. Ananı avradını. Dayak yiyoruz.
What's the matter?
Lan sal beni, amına koydum. Dövemedim de. Gelme lan, gelme oğlum, gelme am. Gelme. Git lan.
Hey, Pip. Do you want to learn something?
Evet isterim. Adam ağzımıza çıktı.
That was nothing. Except mother noticed and had a word or two to say about it.
Yunan
Your
altı
mother's
alep
happy
siteden
when her son
sekine
starts
indirle
to
bak.
take an interest in swords.
Oğlum dövemedim, ağzıma sıçtı adam.
The question is, what do you want?
I don't want to rot in this hole forever. I feel like I don't belong here. I want to live and see the world. The world's a dangerous place and I need to know how to protect myself.
Spoken like a man. And as it happens, today's your last chance.
Hazırım. Gideyim biraz dövüş eğitimi alayım da en azından.
Ready to get stuck in?
Hadi.
Yes.
All right. I wait on the ground by the sheepfold as usual.
Al nerede? Tamam onu. Nereye gidiyorsun? Bir bayıltıp kendi evine götürüp baltayla hızlı yetenek gördü oyunu. Allah Allah. Dur onu denerim. Şu dövüşü bir öğreneyim de. Ama bence kaldırmışlardır herhalde. Domuzdan bir ders alalım.
So,
Evet başlayalım
Hikaye.
hadi.
good. And since today's the last time we'll be seeing each other, you can show me everything I've taught you so far.
Öğrenmedim ama gösterebilirim.
Very well. Let's start with the basics.
Hayatımını.
Keep moving. Your life depends on it.
Koyayım sana, niye vuramıyorum ben?
All right. Now try to hit me. You have to put your weight into your attack. If you just fiddle around, you'll get nowhere. Try slashing from different sides. Unpredictability is the key. Never repeat yourself.
Tamam edelim. Ya.
All right. Very
Hello?
good. Good. Once again. Very good.
Tamam.
Nice. The point of the blade is for stabbing.
Bakayım
Try it a
ben.
few times.
Ne yaptın lan? Ha, saplama, sağ tık.
Very good. Good. All right.
Tamam,
Good,
saplamayı
good.
da öğrendik.
Let's try something else. One strike I can fend off without a sweat. But if you chain your strikes, I'll have a much harder time. As soon as you land one blow, follow it with another.
Tamam. Ve sağda birbirini bağlayarak komuyor. Basacağım. Tık aşağı mı çekeceğim? Adamım. Da basıyorum, buraya çekiyorum. Niye olmuyor?
Once again. Nice.
Ha, combo işlem.
Not bad. Again.
Abi bana savunmayı da öğretsene anasını satayım.
I don't know about you, but I'm tired and thirsty. Remember though, train hard. No one becomes a master swordsman overnight. You have to work and work. And the main thing is to use what you've learned in real combat. There's nothing better than experience.
Tamam, vurmayı öğrendik de savunmayı öğrenemedik ki dayıoğlu. Lan Güneş, yarram.
One beating, but you still don't. You got nothing. I'm telling you.
Aa, dövemiyor mu lan ben bunu? Bir tık, hop iki. İkisinden de kaçtı. Oğlum kaç amına. Lan Q'ya bas, Q'ya. Güneşin canı niye gitmiyor lan? Oğlum kaçıyoruz. Ananı senin Güneş gibi. Bir saniye. Lan tekme atma koyayım. Ya senin ben Güneş gibi. Olit ya. Oğlum ben bunu niye dövemiyorum ya? Sinirim bozuldu bak. Aha, al ağzını sıçtım onun. Tamam, tam vururken Q'ya basacağım. Olmaz, şıkla kaçamadık ama. Oğlum ne tekme atıyorsun? Göt. İkinciyi de vur. Vur bakayım. Lan ikinciyi de vuruyor. Amına koyduğumun combo yapıyor. Bekle, sıçacağım ağzına. Lan buna koyduğumun oğlum. Geri kaç ya. Benim yanına falan gitmiyorum. Bu ne oğlum? 5 yaşında çocuk muyuz biz? Lan Q'ya bastım. Buna koydum Güneşi. Ölsem de bunu döveceğim. Çok sinirim bozuldu. Yanına girmeyeyim. Yakalıyor sonraki. Ya Orus. Senin de canın nasıl ki? İkinciyi vur ama. Ne koyayım? 1 tık 2. Kaç bakayım. Bu ibne benim kolumu nasıl yakalıyor? İkinciyi de vur. Ya sürekli kolumu yakalıyor. Vur tamam vur ağzını. Nereye? Öldürsen de beni seni. Buna koyduğumun oğlum. Buna koyduğumun çocuğu. Ağzıma sıçtın. Gel lan buraya. Koyduğum. Devam et. Aynen öyle. Başlattın, ağzına sıçtığımı çocuğu. Gel buraya, ha? Şunlar. Öldürme lan bedenini. Ulan öldürme. Güneşi bayıltıp kendi evine götürüp baltayla hızlı yeteneklerini fulluyordu. Bak bakayım. Tattım. Ağzıma sıçtı ya. Ne?
A locked chest. I'll need a lockpick to get into that. Fritz might have one.
Gerek var oğlum. Anahtarını aldık ya adamın. Tamam aldım. Kapalı ki.
Welcome, Henry.
Tam paramız yok. Tüccar emmi. Eyvallah. İş konuşalım ama reis. Hocam. Eski. Tamam, kendimkini satayım. Hakkım kalsın. At. Kalsın sepet. Pazarlık yapalım ha. Pazarlıksız şey satılmaz. Ne diyor? Pazarlık iki türlü işte. İster ucuz al, ister pahalıya sat. Sana kalmış falan vermek istiyor. Doğru. Ne diyor? Para mı o? Son teklifi. Tamam. Ne teklif et? Bak ben satıyorum şu an. 7.4 diyorum. Okey, sen vereyim. 6.9. Hocam ortada anlaşalım. Adamsın. Sana sattık. Tüccar sen gel bakayım. Allah'a şükür Tüccar Bey. Hiç konuşalım ama. Heh, şimdi nasıl sat? Bir kişi çalmış sayılmıyorum ki, bana ait zaten bu. Bir tane sat. Pazarlık yap.
Let's talk about the...
Naturally.
Vallahi aynen. Ha, tüccarın parası yok. Ben bunu sana satmam ki. Senin paran yok oğlum. Param yok desene bana en başta. Kömürü bir alalım. Selamünaleyküm kömürcü. Konuşalım hacı. Bu an 5 tane istedim. Pazarlıksız hiçbir şey almıyoruz.
Let's talk about the price.
Ne kadar istiyorsun? 5. 4.6'ya verirsin.
I'd almost shake on that. Almost.
Ne kadar düşün? Hocam 4.7'ye in ya.
For that amount I can be persuaded.
Adamsın. Sırada 3 liradır. Kömür aldık. Bir de tavernaya bir gidelim. Bakalım.
You can't be serious, Deutsch. Insulting our king.
What insult? I say only the truth. Sigismund has done only what he had to.
He had to abduct the king. He had to lure his cousin Prokop into a trap and imprison him. He had to invade with his army of Tatars and besiege Kuttenberg.
Why not? What is this Wenceslas for a king? The empire is falling asunder in his hands. The German counts elected Ruprecht of the Palatinate as king because your Wenceslas would not go to their deeds even.
German counts, traitor.
Now even the Pope
God be with
is
you,
opposed
Henry.
to your king.
I'm with you, Matthew. What's going on here?
Deutsch is spouting shit.
What?
Just listen and you'll hear for yourself.
Someone has to bring order and reunite the empire.
What do I care about the Austrians? And nowadays, not even the devil himself can keep up with all the popes. Which is the rightful pope? The one in Rome or the one in Avignon?
Do not blaspheme, Alex.
No, it's true, though. Wenceslas is the king of Bohemia. Bohemian nobles are on his side. To hell with Rosenberg and his cabal. Sir Radzig is Wenceslas' commander-in-chief. He stayed loyal to the king. And if he heard you talking like this, he would have you whipped like a dog.
Your dear will soon have nothing left to rule. Jobst had to sell Luxembourg to help your king. South Bohemia is with Sigismund
and don't forget about Gutenberg, where Germans like you kissed Sigismund's feet to keep their heads.
Yes, but...
Goodman Deutsch, this is pointless. Let us talk of more pleasant things.
My words exactly.
Deutsch has gone too far. Wenceslas is our rightful king.
Deutsch is an idiot. But what can you do? I might have an idea. Deutsch deserves to be taught a lesson. Doesn't he, Fritz?
You're too right, Matthew. Should give him a proper hiding.
Are you mad? Do you want to end up in the pillory? Don't listen to Fritz. I've got a better idea. Deutsch was talking such shit, it made me think of that huge parliament. You know, the one right next to his freshly whitewashed house. You think we should redecorate for him? Count me in.
Well,
Okay.
I'd rather torch it, to be honest. But throwing some tears will do.
What do you say?
Eğlenceli olur.
But I was going to get ale for father and a few other things. We're finishing Sir Radzig's sword.
Come on. Throwing a few handfuls of manure is not going to take all day.
And it's our duty to defend the honor of our king. So, Hal, are you with us?
Eğlenceli olur, yapalım ya.
Father can wait a while.
My word, I knew you wouldn't miss out on all the fun. Let's go.
Bu kadar canlı da yapmasaydık ki. Sağlık mağlık bir şey alsaydık. Ha.
I'll be with you, Henry.
Henry's coming to see us.
Haber Muhafız abi. Hadi planımızı yapalım. Saldırı sanki yansıtayım. Değil
Are we
saldırı.
doing this or not?
Wait. We have to check that the coast is clear.
Why? Deutsch is in the tavern.
But maybe you noticed after all these years that he has a wife and a son.
And that's a problem?
Aye, it is. Henry, you go lure her away somehow.
Niye ben ama?
Why me?
Because you're the clever one.
Yeah.
Düşün karısı, ne haber ablam, yengem. Yenge, tavernada senin kocan var ya. Öyle şeyler anlattı ki kesin hapse girecek.
What sort of nonsense?
Well, he kept saying that Sigismund was right and King Wenceslas is a drunkard, that sort of thing. Some people took exception, so I thought...
God almighty, the fool. Next thing he'll start on about the popes.
He might have mentioned the popes too.
Ya
Thank you
Tanrı,
for telling me. I
evladı
just hope I
Popa'da
can
kötü şeyler
catch him
söyledi.
before he gets into another fight.
Koş abla koş. İşler nasıl yolladım ama? He? Ne?
What are you waiting for, soldier? Fire the trebuchet! For king and country!
For king
Aynen
and
öyle.
country, my ass. This is all good, clean, fun.
Nearly as good as having that traitor in the pillory. Nearly. Now that would be sweet.
That's for Sigismund.
Woohoo!
Eat shit, dodgers.
You bastards! What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Evini boka bulamak demek.
Hey, Hans, can't you see? We're decorating your house for you.
It's like your old man was saying in the tavern about that traitor Sigismund. We're just doing what we have to do.
Horse Hans! I'll make those smiles off your faces!
Oh, I'd like to see you try. What are you doing here, Zbyszek? Hanging out with this poxy Deutscher? Maybe you'd like to try out the latest German fashion.
Tam kafadan.
Fucker! I'll make you pay for that.
Düşün bakayım. Aha bana geldi. Ne koydum sen? Ne vuruyorsun? Ama bak canım o kadar az ki. Oo bayılacağım lan. Bir tık. Hop 2. Vur lan arkadan. Bir tane şöyle geçeyim. Bir tane daha şöyle geçeyim. Oo iyi kaçtı. Abi bayıldı. Ne oğlum? Seni dövmeyeceğim. Heh sen gel lan buraya. Sen kimin arkadaşına vuruyorsun lan? İt oğlu it. Heh. Niye kaçıyorsunuz lan? Kaç kaç. Asik kaç. Niye kaçıyorsak?
How are you, Henry?
İyidir de abi sen kaçıyoruz. Belanızı vermesin. Arkadaşın doğru seçeceksin abi en önemlisi o.
Henry, I'm glad you stopped by.
Ne haber köylü abla?
Always turning his nose up at everything I cook.
Koştun arkadaş, nereye gidiyoruz ya? Agalarla buluşun. Dedim bu bir bira.
What the? Huh?
Evet başkanım.
That Deutsch out.
That was pretty close, eh?
That old bastard didn't stand a chance.
True, but I'm worried that fucker Hans will snitch on us.
Well, let him. Then I'll snitch on him. And anyway, what can they do to us for throwing a bit of dung?
Aşağıdayız.
It's not as if anyone really likes the Deutsch.
Anyway, nice job at the Deutschers. Never a dull moment with you lot.
Bu kadar dağıldınız mı? Bakalım. Sanmaz ki. Ne? Beni dövdüler anne.
Ma? Ma! I'm hurt. Won't stop bleeding.
Oh, now, stop squealing like a baby and show me that. There you are, good as new.
Yaptın.
You ought to learn to do that yourself.
Thanks, Ma.
Evet. Evet.
Ma? Ma! I'm hurt. Won't stop bleeding.
Oh, now, stop.
Şey yaptık.
There you are, good. You ought to learn.
Thanks, Ma.
Annem. Ha, full iyileşiyoruz lan. Ha işte anne iyi, her yeri düzeltiyor. Beşledim.
God be with you, Henry.
Henry, I'm glad you came. Satin, damask, scarlet to please the ladies in your eyes.
Selamünaleyküm. Ne yapıyorsunuz? Dövüşte Spynek. Eyvallah, sen bana eğitim. Hobbies.
If it's charcoal you want, talk to my hired hand. I've no time now.
Zaten aldım. Alamıyorum manitam. Tamam, biz buraya girmedik. Hah, Bianca. Ne haber Bianca? Vermiyor mu?
God save, my lovely. You're looking well today.
You too, handsome. What brings you here?
Tabii ki sen, ne birası.
Oh, noble sir. I'm as honored as any simple maid can be. And apart from my beauty, what else might your worship desire?
Önce düşük konuşalım, bir dedikodu yapalım ufak manitayla.
And talk to me about him. He's a good customer, but when it comes to politics, he's unbearable. The number of times I had to throw him and the others out so they wouldn't start brawling.
Well, I'd say he's in exceptional form today. I need ale for
Bira.
father.
A pitcher as usual?
Aye. Bring me a cool one from the cellar.
But of course. Here you are.
Thanks.
It's on me today. You can pay me back this evening.
Out of the question. Here you go. And this evening I'll have something more for you.
I can't wait.
Thanks. You'll have something to look forward to this evening.
You too. Oh, by the way, that shifty-looking fellow was asking after you.
Mannion?
I suppose. He's a man who makes his coin robbing honest wayfarers. I'm sure of it. I'll be happy when he's gone for good.
Hiç sohbet muhabbet
But
ediyoruz.
what in heaven's name are you up to with him?
He promised to teach me how to use a sword.
What use would that be to you?
Enough. You sound just like father. I'll be going now. See you this evening.
Hal, I've got something special for you.
Is that so? Now what would that be?
Your favorite, Savior Schnapps.
Really? You're an angel.
I hope you'll thank me properly later.
You bet I will.
Bak. Gel lan Vaynek. Lan öğrettim. Kaldı mı lan? Bak lan. Baba kolay gelsin.
Yeah, about time. Have you got everything I wanted?
Almaz mıyım ya?
I have charcoal, the hilt, and the ale. We can start.
Gidebiliriz.
Good job. Let's have it then, son. Well done. Right. Let's see what kind of job the master in Sasau did for us. Look at that, lad. Well, that's what I call craftsmanship.
What does the inscription mean?
Damned if I know. Doesn't look like Czech to me. Latin, maybe? Lord Radzig ordered it. Oh, this will be the finest sword I've ever made. We got the charcoal? Good. Then fire up the forge. We'll put it all together.
Hallediyorum.
By the way, someone paid me a call. I reckon you might know what it was about.
I'm not sure.
Really? Because I'm pretty sure you and your friends threw dung at Deutsch's freshly whitewashed house. He was here with the catchpole earlier, and it was not a friendly visit. What got into you, Hal?
That Deutsch was talking treason in the tavern about Sigismund and the king. He got what he deserved.
Got what he deserved, did he? You can go and clean up the mess you made and apologise to him. I have a trade to run. The German pays well, and having my son in the pillory helps nothing and nobody, least of all the king. You understand?
Yes.
Look me in the eye, Henry. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Then we'll never have this conversation again.
So you think it's right to let traitors speak ill of our king?
The boy gets caught, making a fool of himself, and he still hasn't learned his lesson. So Deutsch spouts rubbish, and what? You turn into a common thug. You might win a fight with violence, but you'll never win an argument. Remember, Henry, if you want to convince someone that they're wrong, try using your mouth and not your fists.
Katılmıyorum. Orta çağda yaşıyoruz.
Furnace is ready.
Right, we'll do the grip. I'll heat it up, and when I take it out, you slip the grip on so it fits exactly. You know what you're doing. Do it. Good. Once more. That's it. Done. Now file it down so it sits well in the hand. I'll prepare the guard.
Father, why did you leave Prague? Who ever heard of a master swordsmith making horseshoes in a village?
I had my reasons, Hal. And here I have your mother and you. Why would I want any other life?
Do you remember Emperor Charles?
I do. Life was good under his reign.
Better than now.
He built half of Prague and a score of castles, had a bridge made over the Moldau, and founded a university, and all without a war. He knew how to rule.
Better than Wenceslas.
Better by far. But Wenceslas doesn't have it easy. It's hard to step into the shoes of someone whose like is born only once 1,000 years.
What about Sigismund?
Do you think Charles would have brought an army down on his own people like Sigismund? No. Wenceslas may not be the equal of his father, but Sigismund, he brings shame to the royal name. How's it going? Give it here. And we'll put it all together. It's magnificent.
Indeed it is. The Lord be with you. My father sent me for those nails.
Good day to you, Teresa. They're ready. Will you fetch them for me, Hal? They're in the trunk in the living room.
Sandıkta aldım galiba. Senin Teresa'ya versek olmuyor mu? Teresa'nın şifrelerini de satarız.
Here are those nails you wanted.
Güzel Teresa.
Thanks. So, how's Bianca?
She's fine. Why do you ask?
Just wondering, will you be going to the dance this evening?
We will.
Maybe we'll see each other there. Anyway, mustn't keep you. I'll be on my way. That sword is truly beautiful.
Fine lass, eh? Now, stop staring at her and come and see this. It's time for the trial by fire. We did a fine job.
I would expect nothing less from such a renowned swordsmith.
Well, those days are gone, sir.
You haven't lost your skills, though. Would you like to try it?
Sir, what good is a sword to a commoner?
Let him try it.
Hadi lan aslanım. Adam gibi tut. Allah belanı vermesin. Rezil rüsva ettim ya.
You still have a lot to learn. Ask your father to show you how. He knows what he's about.
Learning his trade will serve him better in life, sir.
Perhaps. But who knows what the future holds for each of us. I see that you almost have it finished.
It just needs a polish, then Henry will bring it to you.
Excellent. Fine work, very fine. A sword such as this will bring honor to its bearer. What say you, Sir Istvan?
True, Sir Radzig. If I'd have had its like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Yolda bunları çaktığımız için.
How odd to find such an accomplished swordsmith working in a place like this. A man of his talent would have no problem making a fortune in Prague or Vienna.
You're right. It's a very long and peculiar story.
I'd be glad to listen to it over a cup of wine, but duty calls, and I must leave. Here you are. Learn from your father. He truly is a master of his craft.
I'm sure our paths will cross again.
He certainly will.
Once it's ready, send your son up to me with it. Good work, Martin.
Sure.
It's been an honor, Sir Istvan. Have a safe journey to Sasau.
The honor is mine, Sir Radzig. Thank you for the hospitality.
A long, peculiar history. That was a long time ago. I might tell you about it sometime, but not today.
Will you teach me how to use it, like Sir Radzig said?
Why?
Well, it could come in useful. Maybe I'll travel a bit before settling down. I'd like to know more than the tavern on the green and the forge.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
You talk as if you've seen it happen.
A man my age has seen a lot. Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits, like keeping your head on your shoulders. I want to end my days in Skalitz, here, beneath the linden tree and by your mother's side.
Well, so do I, one day. But first, I'd like to see the world, meet new people.
Meet them or beat them?
Meet. You have to keep going on about it.
Then you've no need to learn swordplay.
A messenger.
He was in a hurry. What's happened?
Gel lan. İşte. Kaçın lan.
Listen to me, Al. Listen carefully. Take the sword, go into the house, and grab anything else important from the trunk. Go to the castle. Hurry.
What about you?
Your mother is in the village. I'll fetch her and we'll follow right behind.
I'll go with you.
No. You'll do what I say right now. Give the sword to Sir Radzik. If anything happens, he'll take care of you. He owes me.
Sen de gitsene anneni kurtarmaya.
Quickly! We have to close the gates!
Move! Come on, we're closing!
Move it, people!
Come on!
We're running
Come
out of
on!
time! Oh, Henry! Thank God! Get inside, quick! We have to shut the
Get
gates!
ready, people! Come on!
Mind this for me.
Are you mad? You can't go back! Ah.
Get through the gates!
Da gidemezsin anamla babam orada. Ha. Adam. Lan. Hadi lan Henry. Baş lan, hadi lan. Orospu şu. Sırtından da bıçaklanmaz ki adam. Adın gerek var.
Come on, Hal! You can still make it!
Run!
Hadi lan oğlum. Ananı babanı öldürdüler de hayatta kal da intikamını al.
Find a horse! Ride to Talmberg! Tell them what's coming! Warn them!
Run by the moat! There's a path down there! Jump down from the wall and flee!
Babamız her şeyimiz gibi. Var mı lan? Ananı s***yok kaç. Neye bassa oyunda? Kaçı. Kadan kaç. Savaş var. Yakalım. Dola burası parlak. Hah. Lan kızı bırakın, it oğlu itler. Amına koyduğumu çocuklara. Dur lan. Oğlum kaç kişi saldırıyorsunuz? Göt oğlu götler. Ay amına koyayım öldü. Bir daha da kimseye yardım etmiyor. Her şeyimizi kaybettik. İyi lan, çok geriden başlatmadı. Save yoktu çünkü. O kızı kurtarmamız lazım. O kızı kurtarmazsak çok kötü olur. Nasıl kurtarabiliriz? Yok bir şey. Sıfır şey bilgisiyle babamız anlattı bunları. En son Kran Kral, Papa, Lemberg falan. Bak ne diyor? Nece konuşuyor bunlar ya? Hepsini karşıma alırsam alabilirim ya. Bir. Bin kaç. Ata bin kaç. Ata bin kaç. Lan bin amına koyayım, niye binemedim ya? Orası çocukları yine öldürdü beni ya. Öldüreceğim onları. Onları öldürene kadar burayı geçmeye. Hepsi öyle. Öldüreceğim. Ata niye binemedim? Geri kaçsın. De biniyorum.
Burn in hell, you animals!
Hah, gelin bana gelin. Kızı rahat bırakın. Dur lan. Bin lan, ata bin. Amına koyayım. Ne diyor? Kılıç sallayamıyoruz biz oğlum atın. Koyun, vur. Aa, yere indirdiler beni. Ağzını şimdi öldü. Tam kızı kurtaramayacağız onu. Kaçmak. En azından saklanacak şekilde bıraksak iyi olur. Bir atımızı çağıralım. Sonra binelim. Ya bas, bas, atla ata. Bunlar beni gördü mü? Gördü, geliyorlar. Kaç. Lan kaç. Hızlı hızlı hızlı hızlı hızlı hızlı. Sağlı sollu kaçalım da ok muk atarlar şimdi. Neler? Gelmiyor. Lan at git, at git. En azından kız da içeri girdi, artık kendini savunsun. Kızı kurtarsaydık ya. Kaç. Camda kanama var zaten. Doğru gidiyorum. Aynen. Şerefsizler. Ben duramam. Arkamda var. Hızlı hızlı hızlı hızlı hızlı. Atıyorlar. Tamam. Ben gideceğim. Tamam bakalım. Ağzınızı sıçayım lan oğlum. Sürekli ölüyorum. Yere de ölmez. Tam kaç. Biliyorlar. Ağzı bu tarafa, bu tarafa. Ya. Hızlı hızlı hızlı hızlı. Çapraz kaç. Ok mok atıyorlar. Ha. Tam buradan. Hızlı hızlı, daha hızlı, daha hızlı, daha hızlı. Daha hızlı. Oğlum yanlış yöne mi gidiyorum?
Left. Talmor gets to the left along the stream.
Öyle kaç kaç kaç kaç kaç, seri seri, hızlı hızlı. Daha hızlı, daha hızlı, daha hızlı. Oğlum arkamdalar lan.
Warn the others. They've tore its scallops.
Oğlum daha hızlı koş sen de. Hala peşimde. İt hala peşimde ya. Kaç. Atın gücü de bitecek şimdi. Hadi. Lan at yavaşlayacak da ne yapayım? Öldük. Öldük. Herhalde. Hadi.
What's it, Jeff?
Dayanıp koşarsam daha iyi. Geldiler ananı avradı. Hah. Atın gücü geldi. Kaçın oğlum koşarak kaç. Hamburger hadi hadi aslan. Oha bir tane daha yedik. Hadi be oğlum hadi be oğlum. Geliyor it oğlu itler hızlı. Bu da bir. Hızlı. Şerefsizlerin hepsine intikamımızı alacağız. Boğumuzu. Ama şimdi kaçmam.
Tekerem a nyakat, te nyomoronc! Végezte, genyó!
Hadi lan Emir.
Oh my God! Wait! Jesus Christ! Valaki! Help! Skeleton's been attacked! Do something! Help! Quickly, everyone! Get your asses here!
Hey! And loose!
Adamsın.
Uzun gidin!
Quickly! We're closing the gate!
Someone give him a drink. And bring hot wine and bandages. Tell me, boy, who are you and where are you from? What in hell's name happened?
I've come from Skalitz. They burned it to the ground. Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
A huge army. They attacked without warning. And they weren't Czechs or Germans either.
Who then?
I don't know. I've never seen armor like it or heard their language. Maybe Tatars?
Tartars, you say? Yeah. Well, we'll deal with that later. First, let's have a look at that leg of yours. Grit your teeth, boy. I'm gonna pull that arrow out. Easy. All done. You were lucky, lad. The arrow missed the bone. It only needed bandaging, and I've done that often enough before. War is a good teacher. Can you stand? There you go. Good as new.
Thank you.
If you idlers nothing better to do, get back to work. You'll have to speak to Lord Divish. Can you manage? Sir, this is a survivor from...
I heard, Robard. Tell me, boy, what exactly happened? Did you see the ensigns of the attackers? And were there any more survivors?
So, I don't know what army it was, but it was huge. There were dozens of banners flying on the hill above Skalitz. The ones who did the slaughtering spoke a strange language. They burned Skalitz to the ground. But a lot of people took refuge in the castle. I wasn't quick enough. And as I fled, they shouted from the battlements that I should come and warn you.
The soldiers the boy didn't recognize. They could be those Cumans of Sigismund's. It said they came to Hungary from the east, and now they're the core of his army. Sacking Kuttenberg must have given him a taste for stolen silver.
Skalitz is a small castle, sir. If Sigismund attacks, they can't hold.
Indeed, Sir Robard. And our small garrison would be no help, even if we could risk sending them.
You think we're next in line?
Maybe. What's your name, boy?
I'm Henry, son of the Skalitz blacksmith.
I know him. Did he make it inside the castle? I'm sorry.
Evet.
It's in God's hands now. No one else can help us. Anyway, thank you for risking your neck to warn us. Robard, take care of Henry. Make sure he gets something to eat and some rest.
Yes, sir.
And get all the people inside the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
As you command, sir.
You've done well, lad. I'm sorry for your loss. You must be all done in. Why don't you go to the kitchen and have a good meal? Sorrow is easier to bear on a full stomach. I heard about your father. They say he was a swordsmith who moved to the countryside to make horseshoes. I can't understand why he'd waste his talents, but I'm sure he had his reasons. He had a fine reputation. It's a great loss.
Ah, milady. You're fortunate our good lady Stephanie of Talmberg has graced us with her presence.
Milady, I'm honored.
So this is our brave young man. Welcome, lad. Bozhena here will take care of you. No doubt you're tired and hungry.
Indeed. How could he not be, poor soul? After everything he's been through, he must be as hungry as a bear, aren't you, young master? Here you are, then. Eat your fill.
And a little wine to wash it down.
Thank you, my lady.
When you're done, you can go and rest with the grooms in the Outer Bailey.
No, that won't do, Sir Robard. After all he's been through, he deserves a proper bed. Let him sleep in a lodge in the courtyard.
Certainly, milady. Young Henry here is overwhelmed by your generosity.
Yes, yes, thank you, my lady. May God reward you for your kindness.
Eat up now. You're in capable hands, so I'll leave you to it. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, man.
When you've done, you can sleep in the bedchamber of the courtyard lodge. And don't forget to take off those filthy boots before getting into bed.
Ayıp. Manyan. Bahadır. Hala açtım. Bir lan. Yedik lan.
Oh, damn, I'm tired.
Harbi beceriksiz. Ha, oha. Ablacığım Allah razı olsun.
Good evening.
If I needed some food, who should I ask?
Who do you think, young man? Me, of course. And if you want something extra, I could help you out with that too.
Where's that chamber for me to sleep?
Evans, are you still confused after what happened to you? It's in the lodge in the courtyard.
Thank you. I'd like
Alışveriş
to buy
yapalım.
something from you.
Of course, lad. Good luck then.
Yer alabiliyorum, sadece satabiliyorum. Yanına al. Kesin. Değerli bir şey. Özü de değerliydi. Satayım bakayım. Gelsin muhafız abiler.
Please tell me what happened at Scarlett's. I have kin there. Huh?
Adur köylü.
I'm sorry, but it's too hard for me to talk about.
I understand. It must have been terrible. Why don't you go and get yourself some rest?
What the hell was that?
Damn!
Ha ne demek ayakkabılar.
Is someone there? Probably some animal.
It came from over here. I'm sure I heard something.
Takatimiz olsun ya. 6'da uyanırız. Saat yeter.
Today the patrols will be doubled. Keep your eyes peeled. If you see anything out of the ordinary, report it immediately. Understood? Yes, sir.
Alamıyor muyduk ya?
Yes?
It is I, Henry. Forgive the intrusion. I didn't wake you, boy, did I?
My lady, no, not at all. But what brings you here at this hour?
I thought you could do with a little wine. It's just what you need to help you sleep.
My lady, thank you. You really shouldn't. You could have sent a servant.
I was going to, but to tell you the truth, I couldn't sleep either. I thought of you while saying my prayers. How awful it must have been for you. I came to offer you solace. to let you know you're not alone.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Now, Henry, I know this is all very new and strange for you. But I want you to feel at home here. You're not to worry about anything except getting better. God knows you've been through a terrible ordeal. I know what it is to be left alone in the world, although your loss is much greater. But with God's help, the pain will ease in time. And it can help to talk about it, if you feel like it.
You might be right, my lady.
İyi gelir.
I'll tell you what happened. It was terrible and unexpected. The day started just like any other. Father sent me into town on some errands. I went to the tavern to buy ale for Father. I know it's a job for a groom, but I didn't mind, because my girl Bianca worked there. I courted her a while and we agreed to meet in the evening, but our meeting was never to happen.
Oh, dear boy.
When I'd done all the errands, I headed back home. I promised Father I'd help him with his work, and I was looking forward to it. He was forging a sword for Sir Radzig. Father and I always chat in the forge. On that particular day, I asked him if he'd teach me swordsmanship. He said no. He said it's better for a man to keep his head on his shoulders than lose it over some pointless heroism. If only he'd known what fate had in store for us.
Oh.
But Sigismund's horde was already on the horizon, ready to attack the town. A horde of soldiers was amassed. Pennants flapped in the wind, the armour glinted in the sunlight, and the horses whinnied impatiently. They were waiting for Sigismund to give the command to attack.
How awful.
And then death descended on Skalitz. Father told me to take shelter in the castle while he went to get Mother. She was stranded in the town, surrounded by Sigismund butchers.
And then I saw him knocking down one Cuman after another. I never saw him fight like that. But then the leader of Sigismund's raiding party, a knight in full armour, saw Father and charged at him. He cut down my father without a thought. And then he turned on my mother. And he murdered her in cold blood.
You poor boy. May the Lord have mercy on their souls.
I ran to the castle like our neighbours to take cover, but I didn't make it. I had to find another way to save myself. The men on the battlements called down to me to flee to Talmberg and warn you. I was lucky I knew a concealed path around the castle. I needed a horse to get to the safety of Talmberg and to warn you all.
And with all that was happening, you thought of others like a good Christian.
Then I heard a scream. It was Teresa, the mill wench.
Bunu anlatma. Onu da orada yapamadık. Başaramadık orada ya.
I had Sir Radzig's sword, and even though there were several of them and they were better armed, I had to try and save her. I wanted there to be at least one person I'd helped. And I succeeded, even though it almost cost me my life. After that, I stole a horse from them and rode
Doğru bak. En azından kız kaçtı.
I'll never forget the horror. It will haunt me for the rest of my life.
That's terrible. How could something like that happen?
God alone knows why he lets such things happen.
You poor boy. I understand your grief, but God is not to blame for the ills of this world. That is the work of Satan and those who do his bidding. Those who are corrupted by greed, envy, and pride. You must not lose faith, whatever life brings. Fate has not been merciful to me, and my husband either. Although in comparison to the horrors you went through, I was young when I married my husband. It was my father's wish. Divish was a lot older than I, but a woman must bear her lot. Shortly after our marriage, before I even got a look at Talmberg, the castle was stormed and my husband was imprisoned.
Really?
My husband had some quarrel with Sir Havel Medek of Valdek, who decided to resolve it by force. He stormed the castle, burned down the village of Pribyslavitz, and killed many of our men, even the old chamberlain. He imprisoned my husband in the castle and put his own garrison there.
That's awful.
I was barely 18 years old, and all of a sudden, I was left alone with Sir Robert. We didn't know what to do. We went to Prague to appeal to the king and sought help from Divish's friends, but all to no avail. We tried for years, but it seemed I was destined to be left alone and my husband to rot in jail in his own castle.
Years, you say?
7 years. That's how long it took before Havel was condemned as an enemy of the crown. And even then, he refused to surrender the castle and release my husband. In the end, I raised the money to pay a ransom, and only then, by the grace of Lord Jesus, did I finally lay eyes on my husband once more.
7 years. And was Havel punished for it?
Never. And after 7 years, my husband returned to me an infirm old man.
Sir Divish seems like a good, strong man.
Certainly, only he has many concerns. He had to rebuild Talmberg. After he was released, the king appointed him Burgrave of Prague Castle, and he was very busy. He had no time for me at all. But at least we were in the city, and there was something going on. And
Ya
now,
bu niye bunları bana anlat?
we're here.
My lady, you're still young and beautiful. Your best years are
Daha
still ahead
20
of you.
kaç? 25 yaşında da. Gencecik.
Would that were true, lad. Would it were true. But what am I doing bothering you with this? You have troubles enough of your own. I'll go and let you sleep. I enjoyed our little talk, Henry. Good night, and God bless.
Good night, my lady.
Aşağıdayız herhalde.
Help us, son. Don't be a coward.
Henry, wake up. You don't want to miss this.
What is it? What's happening?
Come to the battlements. One of our patrols reported a company heading here from Skalitz.
Good day to you.
Do you know what's happening?
No.
O ne
How
ama?
about you?
Me? How could I?
I saw you with the robot. Didn't he tell you anything?
No, nothing.
Good luck to you.
Mal mıdır nedir ya?
Such a big army. You might.
Mal mı? Vallahi.
Sigismund and his army prepare for the worst, but don't be daunted by their numbers. Heed my command, all will end well.
Kabul. Neler oluyor sir?
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Why would Sigismund advance on Talberg at night? Especially since he's lost the element of surprise after the raid on Skalitz.
Maybe it's not him.
Then who is it? The scouts Jivis sent to Skalitz to spy on Sigismund said he'd set up camp and was getting ready to storm the castle. And so Radzig is an experienced soldier. He'd surely hold the castle for quite some time. It doesn't make sense.
What else did the spies see?
Not much of anything. Before they could get close enough, this huge storm started. And you were right. Sigismund has a hell of a lot of soldiers, including all manner of mercenaries. An army like that costs a fortune. Well, anyway, we'll find out when they get here, won't we?
Aye, we will.
Good luck to you.
Geliyor hadi bakalım. Bizi öldüremiyor muyuz ya gelsinler.
Halt! Who goes there? Lucifer and all his minions. Who else, Robert?
Sir
Sir
What a
Radzig.
relief.
Is his lordship there with you?
Yes, sir. He is right here.
What are you doing up so late, Divish? At your age, you need a good night's sleep.
Well, Radzig, you didn't exactly pick the best time for an outing either. In a big hurry?
It was a bit of a scramble, all right. Believe it or not, this tempest is a godsend for me and my men. As my old granddad used to say, better a sore throat than a slit throat.
I'd say your grandfather was a wise man. Your messenger told us what happened.
Messenger?
The lad you sent to warn us.
He's alive? He made it to you?
He's here with me. He only got away by the skin of his teeth, though.
Thank God.
A brave young man. But tell me, friend, how on earth did you manage to get away?
Thank God for this tempest. When it began, Sigismund's Tatars crawled into their holes and left us storming the castle for more clement weather. We were able to sneak out right under their noses. The Lord be praised. We wouldn't have stood a chance against them.
Would you like to spend the night in Talberg?
No, no. When Sigismund finds the castle empty tomorrow, he might come looking for us. We'd only be exposing you to danger. Without me and my men, he has no call to attack you.
Well, what will you do then?
We'll march to Ratai. It's only a short way, and there we'll have a better chance of defense and enough room for all of these people. If Sigismund should come, better bend your knee, Divish. There's no point dying in a battle that's futile.
You're right there.
Is that boy still with you?
I'm here, sir.
You have courage, lad. That I can't deny. I am sorry about what happened. Would you care to join us?
I'd like to, sir, but first I have to return to Skalitz.
Are you mad? What do you want there?
I can't leave my mother and father. I won't leave their corpses rotting in the street. I'll join you once I've taken care of them.
Don't even think of going back there, you donkey. Are you tired of living?
Sir!
Quiet! I'm sorry about your father, but getting killed as well won't help him. Divish, make sure that lad doesn't budge from Talberg until things quieten down.
Not to worry, friend. Anyway, he's injured and needs to recover. I'll lock him up here as if he were Havel of Baldic.
I see you've grown a thick skin since your tribulation, sir. But thank you. We'll meet again when circumstances are more favorable. Farewell.
Farewell, friend, and good fortune. Give my regards to Sir Hanush.
I will. And good luck to you and your people, too. These are dark times. Move out!
Anywhere, people! Move out! There's only a short way right there now.
Tonight we'll have triple patrol. Sort out the watches between you.
What is it you need?
Ne yapabilirim?
I could use an extra pair of eyes, and yours are keen. Will you keep watch of the battlements with my men?
Is that a request or an order?
I'd rather it was a request you answered yes to.
Of course I'll help. I have to pay you back somehow after all you've done for me.
Splendid. And don't worry, I'll tell the men to relieve you later. The Lord wants over you.
Ne yapacağız?
God be with you.
Evet.
What do you think about how the Skalitz folk managed to get away?
Fortune smiled on him, that's for certain. Sigismund must be seething with rage.
Shame Fortune didn't smile on all of them.
Oh shit. Sorry. And you know Sir Radzi Kobyla?
I wouldn't say I know him. I've seen him a few times. Why do you ask?
He must be a fine lord. Take such good care of every one of his serfs.
Surely all the lords do that.
Ah, I could tell you some stories.
About Sir Divish?
Jesus, no. I didn't mean it like that. Just that I heard stories from other soldiers that would make me skin.
Wandering around like a stray sheep. Must be your first watch, eh? I don't think anything much will be happening today. You can just lean against the wall and wait till morning. I'll show you what's what.
I will. Thank you.
Seferlerden nöbet. Gezeceğiz. Sabaha kadar gezeceğiz. Şuraya bakacağız. Oranız. Başmı. Ananı avradını aşağı düştü. Ne lan? Al. Var mı lan? Hatta aşağı. Her şey güzel o. Oturma lan, otur. Bak lan. Kalanacağız. Sevmiyorum. Ve
İsmail.
ha.
Aldım ben şeyi, Outlast'ı indirmeye koydum. Sen de indir istiyorsan geçelim.
Geçemeyiz ki bugün.
Niye?
Türk Telekom mesaj attı saat 2'den. Dur bakayım. Bugün ayın 11'i mi?
Bakayım. Aynen 11.
Kanka 11 şey diyor. İnternet hizmetiniz için ikinci ayın 11'i saat 2 ile 6 arası iyileştirme çalışması yapılacak. İnternetim gidecek. Bir saat sonra. Girsek de önce yarın girelim.
Tamam, gitmezse ona göre indiririz o zaman 2'den sonra.
Tamam tamam.
Gece gireriz.
Geceye girmeyelim bence, yarın ya girelim ya, yarın akşam. Zaten
Tamam,
çarşamba
tamam.
dur. Ben bunu nasıl kaydedeceğim oyunu? Ha, oyunu kaydet var. Ha tamam, kaydettim. Bu da bugünlük
Özgür'de var
yeter
mı?
zaten.
Özgür'de alsın.
Ben kaydedip Özgür de alsın. Özgür'e de söyleyeyim ben. Atayım ona da. Bu da değil galiba da şu an. Özgür, Zarasente neredesiniz? Zarasente. Günlük yeter ya. Kapatayım yayında. Yarın Outlast gireriz, sonra ben buna devam ederim. Gece. Ya da sabahtan devam ederim buna. Kaydedip çıkalım.